lovely friends, it's Margaret. Welcome back to my channel. Today it is time to sit down and figure out what are my goals going to be for 2023. You may remember that 2021 was one of those reading years for me, so I just decided that I was going to be taking my 2021 goals and bringing them into 2022. And now it is time for me to figure out, did I do well enough on those goals to set some new ones for 2023? Or are we just doing the same old again? Now, being the person that I am, I did that thing that I think a lot of people do, where you set goals at the beginning of the year and then you do not revisit them at all until it's time to set the next set of goals. I thought it would be fun to react to my goals video from 2021, hence why we have this guy right here. I'm gonna pull it up and we're gonna watch it and we're gonna see how I did. I did sit down with my reading goals notebook and update what was in here, but I know that there were a couple of goals that they're not things that you would track in a reading journal, so we'll see. We will see what's gonna happen. We have it queued up. Let's see what I was thinking at the beginning of 2021. Every year, I try and read 100 books. I can adjust that goal if necessary, but reading 100 books is not hard for me. In previous years, I've definitely read more than 100. Okay, so first goal is to read 100 books. I have 10 books to read between now, December 27th, and when this video will go up in January. Editing Margaret will let us know if I actually made that. I am currently sitting at... Hold on, I'm currently sitting at 90 books. I checked my Goodreads this morning, and I think we're gonna carry this goal forward. I've toyed around with not lowering the goal, and if I'm not close, I'm going to. Well, just so that I have that Goodreads streak. Don't want to break that, but I think I'm still going to keep that 100 books because my reading year this year has been a lot better and a lot more what I'm used to than 2021 and 2020. So I think we've got a chance. We're going to try for the 100 this year, and we'll reassess at some other point in time, but I think this is a good goal that we deal with. So we're keeping that one. All right, let's see what the next goal is. So the second just standard goal is to have at least 50 of those books out of that 100, or half of my reading, be written by people of color. It's maybe not as necessary now as it was when I first started my channel. So we need to have a conversation about this one. I am currently at 40 out of those 50. And I do not think with what I've got, I do not think we're gonna make that 50 by the end of the year. This goal is gonna stay the same. That's a given. But looking at what the goal was and where I am currently, that tells me that I am actually not as good as I think I am or thought I was in making sure that I am reading diversely. I believe this is the second year in a row that I have not hit that goal. And until last year, I was hitting that goal every year. That definitely is something that tells me I need to be more intentional or get back to being more intentional in seeking out books by authors of color. I've talked about this before. It's just one of those things that publishing is not as good at promoting authors of color, nor are they as good as giving them chances to publish books. It's a well-documented fact that a very, very small percentage of books, especially when we talk about kidlit, are published by authors of color. There are places that have done the analysis of what books are published in each year and kind of broken that down. You can find them. If I can find where I originally saw it, I'll definitely link it below in the description box. That is some food for thought and something that we'll have to make sure that we keep an eye on in 2023. The other goal, which is one, I wrote this down and then I did my physical TBR video. You'll be seeing that in another video, but there are 86, hold on, let me do my math. Originally, I was gonna say I need to read 24 books from my physical TBR, but I just did my check-in with my physical TBR. So I
should have stuck at 24. Should have stuck at 24.
I'll say 40 of the books that are on my shelves. Now, I'm doing something that may make that easier. We'll see. I'll at least read 12. But 40 of the books on my shelves need to be read by the end of the year. That's, oh my God. I took this down from 40 to 36 because that's what fits in the kind of format that I create for my reading journal. We got to 25. I should have stuck at 24. I could have made that goal if I'd stuck at 24. This one, I think we're going to keep this goal just because I do want to get that physical TBR down. You will have seen that video by now, the check-in for my physical TBR. I'm not entirely sure
how many books are up there at the moment because I didn't do a count. I was in a hurry when I was creating that video. Didn't do a count of how many books are on there, but I'll put a number up here for what the number is. Hopefully it's less than 144. I feel like I took in less books this year than I did last year, so hopefully it is less than 144. But we will see. We will see.
The next goal that we have is every year I try to focus on 20 of some. First year idea was like 20 books that were not science fiction and fantasy. Last year was 20 books that were graphic novels. I did read quite a few graphic novels, so I'm just going to move on from that goal. And then the thing that I've realized is I don't read a lot of sci-fi anymore. I think the only thing science fiction that I've been reading is Leviathan Wake. This year, my goal is going to be to read 20 science fiction books. Adult, young adult, I don't, like, whatever.
How did we do on this one? We got 11. We are at 11, and it's not going to change. It's not going to change between now and January 1st, because we're just going to read. We're going to read what we can. I was actually thinking about changing this goal a little bit earlier because I felt like maybe I had actually read quite a bit of science fiction. I did not read as much science fiction as I thought I was. So I think I'm going to do something different because I do have a goal that I want to add on there, but I think I'm going to take it down to 12 science fiction instead of 20. Number one, because 12 seems to be a much more doable number. That's one book a month. That fits in with what my Fable and TBR game is going to be. Did I stick with that? No. But I also have some other things that I want to do, and some of these goals I do want to keep, like, continuing on with. I should probably be writing this stuff down.
My next goal is a carryover from last year, and that is to finish or get caught up on 6 series. Now, these have to be series that I started prior to 2022. I can't start it in 2022 and then marathon the entire series.
Someone started a lot of series in 2022. Why she did that instead of actually reading books that were sequels to series that she started prior to 2022? I don't know. It's just how things work. I did finish a bunch of series that I started in 2022 too. So, like, what is this logic? What was the goal?
That will not count. That doesn't count. I mean, I can still do that. It just doesn't count. I'm so bad. I am so bad. I will start the series. I will love it. And then I have to wait for the next book. And then I have to wait for the library to get in. And by the time I think about it, it's been 4 years. So we're going to work on finishing. I'm going to sit down with my Goodreads. I'm going to find 6 series that I'm really excited. There are actually a whole bunch that, like, I'm 1 book away from finishing.
She didn't do any of that. Completely forgot that was something I was going to do. This is also something I'm planning to do for 2023. So, like, what is it they say the definition of insanity is? Clearly, I have not been paying attention to myself, and, like, my brain knows it, but I'm not, like, checking in to see what's going on. Specifically, what I want to do is I want to make this finishing, not just getting caught up on 6 series, I want to make this finishing 6 series that are finished, like complete series. I have some plans that are probably going to make that a bit easier. Also, I have a couple of plans that are going to make that a bit easier, which is cool. But we made that. We did make that. I got 6 series that I did, but not intentionally, not on purpose. And I would like to be a little bit more intentional next year or this year, I guess, at this point, in what I am picking up and what I am finishing. I just barely squeaked in with that one. So I'm just, yeah.
And then the final, like, specific reading goal that I have is to buddy read 6 books.
We made this goal in June, so I think we're gonna move on from this goal. Buddy reads are difficult because, like, I am really bad if we're doing, like, a laid back buddy read, like, read what you want. I need something that's gonna be like, hey, we need to read this many pages every day for, like, a week or something like that. So I met this goal really early on in 2022, and I think that I am just going to, we're going to move on from that goal and replace it with something else. I do have some channel goals that I want to go through and see if I completed. So let's go ahead and move on to those next.
I cannot control how many watch hours I get. It's hard. Like, I can make videos, I can do my best, but at the end of the day,
I have a whole bunch of stuff on BookTube that you can, if you're interested in, like,
to get to 1K
more of this, check that out.
To get to 2,000 watch hours in 1 year.
I did both of those this year. Oh my god. Ah! the only two that I actually did. Reading sprints, guys. Reading sprints gets you watch time. I can't believe, oh my god. That is wild. The two that I was like, these would be nice, are the two that I actually made. Oh my god.
Trying to focus more on just doing the content that I enjoy and doing my content because I want.
This girl wanted to quit about a month ago. She was ready to quit. Now we're here. But, anyways, doing the content she enjoys. We're trying to get more of, like, actually getting in video ideas that I enjoy. But I think what's going to end up happening is all of these are going to go into 2023.
So, let's talk about what my goals are.
Can we talk about the glow up that has happened in this situation? We're still using the same mattress, but, like, the bed frame is fantastic. Do you agree? My father made it. It's fantastic. And it makes for a really good shooting angle.
Let's talk about what my goals are that I'm going to be trying to, like, the things I can control that I'm going to be trying to be better about. I want to start doing at least one review a month. One of the other goals that I have is I want to start doing sprints again, or read with me's. So I want to do one sprint or read with me per month.
I think I pretty much managed that. Hold on. Let me look at my studio real quick and my lives. Okay, so that is a goal that we did. I think we're going to continue on doing that, although I want to take that up to weekly reading sprints, or maybe bi-weekly reading sprints. Like, weekly is what I want to do, but, like, bi-weekly I feel is going to be probably, like, gives me some room in case I'm, like, out of town, I'm having some plans to travel next year, that kind of thing. So let's say bi-weekly reading sprints. I am not ignoring the fact that she said she wanted to do one review a month. How many reviews did we do in 2022? Let's find out. I do have one that needs to be edited, so does that count? Let me see. Review. One. See, this is when having, like, a specific style for every thumbnail helps. Okay, we did 2. And both of those were books that were sent to me by the publisher or, like, their marketing department, which is really cool. So we did 6 reviews in 2022. So that's not terrible, but also we didn't meet the goal. So again, we're going to do 1 review a month is going to be one of my goals. Because I want to get better at, like, actually reviewing books, not just in, like, a, what's the word? A monthly wrap-up, but, like, actually sitting down and writing out a review or filming a review for some of the books that I want to, like, really highlight on my channel.
The other goal I have is I put down to do 2 TBR game videos a month, but really it's just to keep up with my TBR game video, which means I need to do a TBR video a month and I need to do a wrap-up every month. So videos I'm already doing.
2 TBR game videos a month. I've mostly kept up with this. There was 1 month that I didn't do a TBR, maybe 2 months that I didn't do my TBR, and then I've gotten, like, my wrap-ups, but the wrap-up really isn't a TBR game video. I think we're gonna kind of just keep it to, like, I just want to make sure I'm doing 1 TBR video per month. I'm going to be changing up how I am doing my TBRs. I'm going to be divorcing them from doing them on a monthly kind of thing. I'm going to be doing them more, like, just when I haven't figured out entirely how I'm going to do them, because I don't want to do quarterly TBRs, because I do those and then I forget them. So I need to do, like, regular TBRs on a regular basis, but I'm going to try and do something that's going to kind of divorce them from the idea that, like, I'm starting this at the beginning of the month. I'm still playing around with this idea. There should be a Fablin update video that you will be seeing soon. I do want to continue to make TBR recommendation videos, though. So, like, those are really fun to kind of sit down for the different, like, things I've come up with for Fablin. I haven't done all of them. I need to, like, there are a couple I still need to do, but those are fun, and I think I kind of want to do more of those. So I'm going to do that, maybe?
Another goal that I want to do on my channel, because I do it, like, this is one that I do every year, is do 3 more rounds of Vaultathon. Again, it will be the 3rd week of March, June, and September this year.
We did do 3 more rounds of Vaultathon. That was fun, and that was 2022 is the last year that we're doing Vaultathon. We're moving on to some other stuff that I'm planning on doing that you will find out about eventually when it's time. Obviously, I've got the Eras Readathon and the Eras Reading Challenge that I am doing, and we've, you know, a couple of things that have been sort of staples for my booktube career have found their kind of conclusion in 2022. Avengers is done as well. We did hit that goal. Okay, maybe I actually I've done better than I was expecting at this, so I'm happy with that.
I want to do 6 themed reading vlogs for 2022.
Oh, we didn't do any of those. We didn't do any of that whatsoever. I am pretty sure I did one themed reading vlog in the year of 2022. Let me just make sure. Let me hold on. Oh no, I did 2. There were 2. Because I did the Batman one, where I read all of the books that inspired the new Batman movie. And then, let's see, so I think, yeah, I did the Dark Academia one, which I've been meaning to do for forever, and I did the Batman one. That was it. That was it. Oh boy.
And then my 2 other goals are a little bit more ephemeral, but one of them is to just actually stay on top of vlogs. Now that requires me to get on top of vlogs. I'm not sure how that's happening, but I want to actually stay on top of my vlog. And then the other goal is I want to finally like succeed at booktube beta.
There's another one that's not a thing anymore. So anyways, maybe at some point I will try booktube beta. I am not in the right place in my life that is gonna work. I'm doing good to get these 12 videos out. If I get these 12 videos out. Like, that's still very much up in the air. May not happen. We'll see. Didn't stay on top of vlogs. Didn't stay on top of, what's it called? Booktube beta. That didn't happen. I don't think I even tried in August. I tried in April. I got like 20 videos in April. Did not even try in August, I don't think. Let's see. Instead of that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to say 1 vlog per month. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else for the video.
If you are feeling chatty, please go down to the comments.
Okay, that's the outro. Cool. So, what have we learned? Apparently, I am better at staying on top of my goals than I thought I was, even when I'm not paying attention to them. But also, there is still much room for improvement. So 2023, let me sit down and take a look at these goals, and then I will come back with the final goals that I'm going to be attempting in 2023. Okay, so my goals for 2023 are going to be pretty simple. We're sticking to some tried and true stuff that we know works for us. Obviously, we're going to read 100 books. I do that every year. Like I said, I haven't been failed this spectacularly enough for me to think that it doesn't work, because I'm always really close at the end of the year. So I'm going to keep it at 100 books. I'm also going to be making sure that at least 50 of those, or half of what I read, is going to be by authors of color, and we're going to pay more attention to that this year. We're going to actually be intentional about that, instead of just oh, I'm going to read whatever I want to read, because obviously that doesn't completely fail, but it doesn't give me the result I want. I'm going to try and read 24 books from my physical TBR, just to get some of those down, get that physical TBR down. I would like to get it to where it just fits on the shelves up there, the 3 shelves I have there, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. And then I want to finish 6 series. I have some ideas for how I am going to do that, just because I think I'm going to try a thing. We're going to have a project. So we'll see. Specifically, I want to make it I am finishing series, not just getting caught up in them. So I'm going to find 6 series that are completed, and I'm going to finish them. And then the goal that I'm adding a goal this year, because I always say I'm going to reread books and then I forget to. So what I want to do for 2023, I want to reread 12 books. Just find 12 books that I've been meaning to reread, and I'm going to reread them. And then as far as channel goals go, again, I made 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. I wasn't there was a moment where I didn't think that was going to happen, and then it did. So I've done that, and I just recently hit 2,000 watch hours. Would I like to double that? Yes, I would like to see myself get to 4,000 watch hours in the next year. I don't know if that's going to happen. So again, as I said last year, the watch time, the subscribers, that's why I do what I do, but they're not the goals. You know what I mean? I want to see those things grow. I want to see that. I like seeing those numbers go up, but those aren't the things I'm focusing on. They're just kind of nice benefits to what I am doing. So I want to continue doing at least bi-weekly sprints. Most likely they're going to be weekly on Saturdays, but bi-weekly sprints for sure. I also want to actually try for the 1 review a month thing this year I might actually put that in my reading journal. I would like to make more like specific recommendation videos, especially like in regards to any readathons or like my TBR game, that kind of thing. I'd like to do that. And I'm also going to just continue on doing one TBR or one, not TBR, but like, let's do like one Fablein video a month. I just think that that's fun. So like maybe we'll just say 2 Fablein videos a month, and like one of them is a recommendations video, one of them is whatever, like my questing log or whatever I'm going to call it. Another goal that I want to do for my channel is I want to do 6 themed vlogs. I really enjoy like doing that kind of thing. I really like the Dark Academia vlog where I sat down and I read a whole bunch of Dark Academia. I had so much fun doing that and trying different books, and I want to do more like that. And that also leads in, it's going to help me with the next goal, which is 1 vlog per month. Listen, I know not a lot of people watch my vlogs. I've seen the numbers. I know how this works. At the same time, I really enjoy having them. I enjoy editing them and going back and seeing those memories, especially now that I'm going to be, you know, the world's opening up a little bit more. I'm going to be traveling a little bit more. So I really do want to see about like actually doing a vlog. Would I like to do weekly vlogs? Yes, but I don't think that's going to work for me. I find that vlogs tend to work best for me when like there is something specific, like a specific event, a readathon, something like that, where I'm going, okay, I'm doing this for this. Like I'm doing a productive weekend, yada, yada, yada. So there's that. I also, and you're not going to get, I'm not going to give you any more information than just that I want to do 2 readathons in 2023. Like 2 readathons that have not been announced yet. I've talked about them occasionally during live sprints, but I have not officially like sat down and figured out how they're going to work. So, but I have 2 readathons that I would really like to do, and I'm going to leave it at that. You'll have to wait to find out if I actually do them. And then the final one that I think I'm going to start doing, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to program in our phone quarterly check-ins. Put a reminder in there where I sit down with my reading goals and I look and I see what I'm doing. If you are interested in seeing me do that, I definitely can like do a video around that, but like mostly I'm just thinking I'm going to sit down with my reading journal and go, okay, Margaret, what's going on? What did we do? Where are we with these goals? Do we need to put more effort into one or another? Because if I had been keeping on top of this, I definitely would have been like, hey, maybe I should read more science fiction this year. I would love to know any of your thoughts about reading goals and what you're trying for in 2023, what you're interested in. Is there anything specific that you're adding this year? This video is part of the 12 Days of Margaret, where I start on my birthday and I do 12 days of kind of end of the year content, just putting some stuff out there. If you're interested in what the most recent video on the 12 Days of Margaret was, it will be right over here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!